All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to my food channel, TMossBoss versus food. And in today's video, I wanted to answer this question because no, it's like recently eating at his restaurant, and then overall be watching like his Hell's Kitchens and Kitchen Nightmares, his TV shows and stuff. No, I wanted to answer that question. Is Gordon Ramsay wrong for yelling? Because nah, man, the thing is this, like working in the food industry, it really teaches you that it's like, and just even like being a customer, like you want the best of the best food to be served to you and stuff, right? Unless you go like to, I don't know, maybe a bad restaurant or something. It's like, okay, then you might be doing one of those like them tests, like them Keith Lee type videos, and you just kind of want to test out food and stuff. You don't really care about the ratings and all that. But anyways, but no, like working in the food industry, it did teach me a lot about like the standards that you have to set like for your food, and it has to be high. Like you can't be like, oh, I'm just gonna set a standard that I'm comfortable with. No, it's like whatever you feel comfortable with, it's like the standard got to be higher than that. So yeah, it was like watching, because I had kind of started watching his videos a little. I think probably around the time when I had started working in Seattle. I was like, yeah, I had started working at this cafe. It might as well have been a restaurant. I was like, the food that they served, I'm like, it wasn't like no Starbucks cafe. This was like it was a full-blown restaurant. It was like a kind of like, it was just like a an area, because it was in a building. So it's kind of like one of those cafes, like, or cafeteria like areas and stuff, where it's like it's a little bit more than the Starbucks cafe. But anyways, no, those guys, like when they would be cooking up food, I'm like, man, this food is good. Like if I had, my thing is this, if I had to open up a restaurant, I'd definitely be contacting those guys and be like, hey, so there's an opening if you want to take it. I'm like, yeah, you do what you got to do. But yeah, I'm like, my thing is this. I'm like working around those guys. It really teaches you. It's like, yeah, my food got to be good and stuff. So yeah, it's like then watching Gordon Ramsay's videos. It's like, no, I don't think actually, because I'm sitting down thinking about it, I'm like, I don't think I started watching his videos when I had to say maybe I started paying attention to his videos. I think it was a little bit later and stuff when I started watching his videos. But I think there were some reaction videos that I had up. They might still be up. I don't know. But anyways, where I reacted to some of the stuff from his show. And yeah, man, he be going off. Like that's one thing about it. It's like Gordon Ramsay, he don't hold back. And it's like I can understand, because you say that you're this cook, like, so that's like me saying that I'm a firefighter. It comes down to putting out a fire, and I'm all like, oh, I don't know what to do. I'm just spraying in the air and stuff, or just doing some, and it's like, bro, you say you was a firefighter. Like, why did you just lie to us? So like, and that's the thing. I'm not saying that the people that went to Gordon Ramsay's show, like, they're not cooks. Like, obviously, yeah, you been cooking for years, you got some experience. I think that with him, it's like, there's a bar that he set, and it's like, if you're not going beyond that bar, this, like, bro, then what are you doing here? So I can somewhat understand, but I mean, at times I'm like, yeah, he be going off on people. Like he done went and called women cows. He done made fun of people's weights and stuff. I'm like, bro, chill, time out. I'm like, you ain't gotta say all that. But yeah, I guess, like, he gets so upset, that man get riled up, especially them earlier videos and stuff. I'm like, yeah, them earlier, because you don't really see too many of the newer videos. Like, at least I don't. And I'm like, maybe it might be 10 times worse now. But yeah, bro, he be going off on people, because there's on, if you go to his one channel where it's focused on his restaurant, Hell's Kitchen, it's like he be going off. There was this one dude, I think his name was like Raj or something like that. And yeah, that guy, he it's he's one of those people where it's like, you gotta see him for yourself, because I feel like describing him ain't really, it's not my place. I can't really describe him and stuff. Like, you just got to see him for yourself. But anyways, but yeah, Gordon Ramsay, he was going off on him. He was going off on the people around him. Like, yeah, that's just one of those things. It's like he's just a man that yells. He yells a lot. So, but it's like you can kind of partially understand, because it's like you put all this money into this show and into the restaurant and into the food. They get in there and be all like, oh, Chef Ramsay, I accidentally burnt 12 beef Wellingtons and stuff. And beef Wellingtons, like, so if you guys seen the video where I had talked on the beef Wellington, kind of did like an after review. Good, by the way. But yeah, that wasn't no cheap item, like beef Wellington. So if they're charging 70, it's like 70 something dollars to eat a beef Wellington. They charging that much. I can only imagine, like, when you're having to get like that stuff to make it, it's gonna cost a lot. Like, I could get into details, but I'm like, I just know that if it costs a lot on the menu, it most likely costs a lot to get that stuff ordered and things. So yeah, man. And there be at times where people be running out of the food, and I know people probably ask that question too. Like, if you've never really sat down and watched his videos, like, does he be yelling at people in their own restaurant? Yes. I'm like, there have been times where, because not like some of those people be living foul. Like the one guy, he was out there serving rotten lobsters, and so, and it was a customer had ate it, and the customer, he went and ran to the bathroom. He was getting sick, throwing up, and I'm like, yeah, bro, stuff like that, you gotta yell at somebody over it, because I'm like, I'm not trying to have it where I'm helping you guys out, but meanwhile you're out here serving rotten food. Like, the funny thing is, so there's video games that I play where they kind of like they talk on that a little bit. Like, there's a couple of video games. Well, actually, there, I would say that it was more so this latest game, because the other game, it was kind of hard to find stuff in there. But there's this new zombie survival game that just came out on Steam called Vane, where they have it where there's like rotten food that you can eat, and obviously it's gonna make your character sick. Yeah, they got like some old weird stuff that you can eat. Like, you can eat a rotten rat, you can eat dog food and cat food, then other like food items that are rotten. You can't cook food in there too. So yeah, I'm like, maybe it might, might have to do a little cooking video while playing that game. But anyways, but yeah, it's like, fam, if they have it where it's like, okay, like, I know if I eat this stuff in the video game, my character is gonna get sick and die. I'm gonna have to start all over. Why would you think it would be a good idea to serve that to an actual whole human being? Like, even if it's like an animal or whatever, it's like, still, bro, like, ain't nobody trying to eat no rotten food. So yeah, man, I'm like, Gordon Ramsay, the thing is this, some of the times when he be yelling at people, it might not be all that justified, but when it's stuff like that, burning up a bunch of food or messing up a bunch of food, now I'm having to, like, pretty much close down the restaurant, not make any money, and I didn't spend all this money. Yeah, it's stuff like that serving rotten food and getting customers sick to the point where they could potentially die. Yeah, stuff like that. I'm like, there was even that one episode, the guy, he was getting ready to give, it was one of the chefs that worked for Gordon Ramsay, but he was getting ready to give his pregnant wife some raw chicken. I think that's what it was. And yeah, it's like, fam, a pregnant, not even a regular healthy human being can't eat raw chicken. Like, yeah, it's so that's yeah, that it's just some people in there where I'm like, yeah, bro, the yelling sometimes is justified, but all the times I'm like, yeah, there's sometimes I'm like, dang, bro, ease up a little bit. But anyways, I'll leave it up to you guys. Y'all go watch Gordon Ramsay's videos and stuff, and you come back to me and ask me, or relay it back to me on whether or not you think some of the yelling was justified, or if you are a Gordon Ramsay fan, then you let me know in the comments. But anyways, I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and peace.